Hello my friends all over the world, wherever you are. William Poloniak here again from Whole Health Foundation. Yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I made some juice that had some hot peppers in it, and although it tasted fairly good, it was a little bit too spicy for me. So what I'm going to do today is make pure carrot juice and then mix it 50-50 with the juice from a couple days ago to make it a little more palatable. So first we'll make some carrot juice, then we'll mix it 50-50 with the juice we made a couple days ago. Let's take a look at what we're going to do next with the carrots. Now the first thing I want to point out is I'm using the front-loading feed tube that eliminates 100% of your blowback. And I'm also using the near zero blowback cutter, which has over 80 teeth cut into the original cutter. And incidentally, with the teeth cut into the cutter, it shreds produce 4 degrees centigrade cooler, and that's a definite plus. So first, let's install the cutter. And then the feed tube, we'll plug in the thermometer and feed in a few ice cubes to cool down the cutter and the feed tube. Now for some carrots. When you have large carrots, you can put big end to small end, get 2 or 3 at a time in. Rotate your bowl. Now usually carrots don't need ice cubes, but I have them handy here in case the temperature goes up. Notice we don't get any blowback. Now here's the last of my carrots. Now I want to point out one of the things I love about this front-loading feed tube. You can actually see inside if there's any produce not shredded. I see a couple of chunks in there. So I'm going to put a couple of fingers full of pulp in there and force that last bit of produce through so that everything is shred. Next I'm going to clean the feed tube, the grid, the pusher and the cutter, and then make pure carrot juice. Now the next thing I'm going to do is make pure carrot juice, and there's no need to stir my produce because all it is carrots. So 3 scoops into the cloth, flatten that, pull it into as tight a package as possible, fold it into thirds like this, set it aside, and we're going to press 2 cloths full of pure carrot pulp at a time. You get better pressure that way and more juice when you do 2 cloths at one time. So let's flatten that. And these first 2 cloths are going to go into the press. And this is very important. Watch closely. Centered, left to right. Check that your tray is on properly. Centered front to back. Adjust it if need be. All the way back and back it off. Now you back it off because you don't want this to go up too fast. So let's continue preparing more cloths. And remember, this juice I'm going to mix with the juice from a couple days ago that had too many hot peppers in it. And I'll demonstrate my 6 cloth less work method again, and how to get 10% or more juice out of your produce, because we're using the Whole Health Foundation premium model with that solid bottom plate. Now my 6 cloth less work method. This goes forward, that goes over, the spent cloths go on top. 2 more cloths into the press. Again, very, very important. Centered left to right, centered front to back, all the way back, back it off a little bit. Now I'm not going to throw away this pulp. What I'm going to do is put 2 scoops, not 3, 2 scoops on top of the spent pulp. Fold that again. As tight a package as I can make. Flatten that, set it aside. 2 more scoops, and when I'm on my last cloth, again advance that all the way. Now there's the last of my pulp. Use a spatula to get the last of this out of here. Don't want to waste anything. Okay, this goes forward, that goes over. The spent cloths go on top. 2 more cloths in the press. Centered left to right, centered front to back, adjust it if need be. All the way back, back it off a little bit. With this spent pulp, what I'm going to do is form it into a tight ball and see how much extra juice we can get, because we're using a Whole Health Foundation premium model juicer with a solid bottom plate. So you can leave it up indefinitely. You could leave it up all day if you wanted to, but usually it only takes about a half a minute or a minute, depending on the produce. So we'll fold this again, and I'm using a special folding technique where I'm folding this under 2 or 3 or 4 times in both directions. Advance that all the way. Alright, we'll take that out, put in our last 2 cloths, and continue folding of the already spent pulp. Now, as you can see, I have 3 double packets of repackaged pulp that's already been pressed. So we'll put 2 of these inside the press. And again, very important to center it left to right. Check if it's on your tray properly. Centered front to back. All the way back. Back it off a little bit. Turn it on. Now I'm going to use a measuring beaker to see how much extra juice we get. Six ounces. Well, there's 10 ounces. And some of these packets were pressed very wide, so I'm going to repackage it again. Now there we have another 14 ounces. That's another whole bottle of juice. And we'll pour that into the collections container and then into bottles. Now, as before, we're topping this off with distilled water, and then we're going to mix them 50% with the other already bottled juice from a couple days ago. The next thing I'm going to do, 3 or 4 bottles at a time, is mix the already pressed juice from 2 days ago that has some hot peppers in it, a little bit on the non-palatable size, and we'll do 4 of these at a time and then rebottle it. So now that it's mixed, we'll rebottle it. Alright, my friends, I've rebottled almost all of the juice, 50% the old formula and 50% pure carrot juice. But before I mix these last 2 together, I want to taste the one that's 50% carrots and 50% old recipe and mix these later. And let's take a sip of this formula that has not been mixed. Definitely has a little bit of a bite. And mix 50% with carrots. much more palatable. So there's a solution if you ever have a juice that has too many hot peppers or another flavor you don't quite favor. Mix it with 50% carrots. So now I'm going to mix these last two, and then we will finish off with this video. Well, as you can see, my friends, we have 5, 10, 15, 20 bottles of juice. And remember that more than 2 of these, about 2.5 of these bottles, came from pressing the already pressed and spent pulp by forming it into a tight package and pressing it again. So let's taste this now that we've mixed 50% carrots and the juice we pressed yesterday, or the day before actually, with too many hot peppers in it. All right, my friends, a hot spicy juice with hot peppers mixed with 50% carrot juice. Much, much more palatable. Just a hint of the hot pepper. Well, my friends, I hope you like what you've seen. If you do, please tell a friend. If you'd like to call me, my phone number is 760-753-0321. My email address is developtrust@cox.net, and my webpage is wholehealthfound.com. I'll see you in the next video.